Mary, did you know that your baby boy would one day walk on water? Mary, did you know that your baby boy would save our sons and daughters? Did you know that your baby boy has come to make you new? And this child that you've delivered will soon deliver you. Oh, Mary, did you know? Mary, did you know that your baby boy would give sight to a blind man? Mary, did you know that your baby boy would calm a storm with his hand? Did you know that your baby boy has walked where angels trod? And when you kissed your little baby, that you've kissed the face of God. Oh, Mary, did you know? The blind will see, the deaf will hear, and the dead they will live again. The lame will weep, the dumb will speak at the praises of the Lamb. Oh, Mary, did you know that your baby boy is Lord of all creation? Mary, did you know that your baby boy would one day rule the nations? Did you know that your baby boy is heaven's perfect lamb? And this sleeping child you're holding is the great I am.
Got to turn this back up. Well, it's Christmas time. You believe that? You really believe that? It's what? Tomorrow? Tomorrow we get presents? How many's going to get presents tomorrow? You look pretty sure of yourself. You don't get any? Oh, you do? Well, you know what? Some of us get presents whether we deserve them or whether we don't. And sometimes we really don't deserve them. The master volume is down back there, so that's where the problem is. Okay? We get a lot of things that we don't really deserve in life. You probably have figured out by now, at your age, some of you are middle school, some of you are high school, some of you are elementary, all different ages. You know, life's pretty unfair. Life really is. How many of you figured out that life isn't fair? How many of you tried out somewhere maybe in a sporting event, and you knew that you were better than somebody else, and they made the team and you didn't? And you knew, well, maybe I was good enough, but maybe I just wasn't the right family, or maybe I just things didn't go right for me because. Okay, we got technical difficulties. You ever had technical difficulties? That's when your light goes out. All right. I just want to talk to you a little bit. I do this most every year because, you know, as it goes along, my hair, you know, starting to turn gray, and I'm getting a little age on me, and life is quickly moving by. You know, it moves quick, does it? But I don't mind it turning gray near as bad as I do turning loose. When that starts happening, then we got big problems. It starts turning loose. But you know what? Christmas isn't really fair. I thought about that this morning when I was on my way to prepare to come to church today, and I know, like, one of our men is sitting in the hospital room with his wife right now, and she didn't appear to be that sick, and they took her to the hospital, and now they're biopsying her lung to see if she might have a very major illness. And you know, that could have been me. That could have been my family or your family. And we're fortunate. I'm blessed. You need to feel blessed as well. We are blessed to be here. I thought this morning about people like soldiers that are overseas, and many of them are fathers and mothers, and they have families, and they're not able to be at home. And you know what? They would love to be here with their families just the same as we are today. Hey guys, are y'all looking at me? Thank you for disrupting. Okay? We're not caring about those lights right now. We can do that later. I want your attention. Okay? We have a lot of things that we have to work toward. And life gives us a lot of bad turns. It isn't fair. It doesn't always come down the pike the way we wanted it to come down the pike. And we look at our life, and many of us will have some many difficult times ahead of us. You're in a great time of your life right now. Probably you feel like sometimes, boy, things couldn't be much harder than this, but you're in the best days of your life right now. Draw the best out of them. Enjoy every moment of them. Get the best that you can get. I look back over my life. I know more about my life than I do anyone else's. You know, sometimes we talk about what we don't have. When we grew up, we didn't have anything. And a lot of them are here in the same position. I grew up with nothing. But I did have a family, and I was thankful for that. We didn't have a tree with electric lights on it. You know why? We didn't have lights flashing on it. You know why we didn't have lights flashing on a tree? We didn't have electricity. Would have done any good to have had lights that would have worked because we didn't have anything to plug it into. And that was just kind of a standard of life back then. You know what? I'm not that much older than you. It looks right now that I am, but you wake up tomorrow, and all of a sudden you're going to be adults, and then all of a sudden you step in a few more days, you're middle age. A few more days, your hair's turning gray. And it happens quick. And some of you will remember nights like this when we talk about things like that, and you'll say, wow, you know, I heard that preacher say that. It was hard for me to believe that, but fact is, it really does happen. It comes very, very quickly. Growing up, we were very, very poor. Now, some of you think that you're poor, but you know, one of the things in the neighborhoods where I lived, it didn't really matter a lot because everybody was in the same place we were. They were in about the same position, so we didn't really know that. I remember we rented a house. If you live in a house now and you have any idea what it costs to live in a house, houses are expensive, but our house we lived in cost $8 a month. Yeah, that was cheap, wasn't it? If you had $8. And I remember when we couldn't pay $8 a month and we had to move out of our house and go move in with grandparents because we didn't have $8 a month to pay. And my dad couldn't buy a job. He couldn't get a job. And he looked and looked and went everywhere trying to find jobs, and he couldn't get a job. And my dad was not lazy. My dad was a hard worker. He'd never known anything but just almost like slave labor. But he couldn't get a job. There were no jobs to be found. And finally, he had to move us away from here in order for him to find some work for us to do, or for him to do in order to provide for us. I never forget when I was a little boy. Who's here that's about 6 or 7 years old? You? Okay. Stand up. Come up here. I was a little boy. You're a big guy too. I was a little boy about his size, and I was visiting with my cousins. And they lived down on the end of town where the Dairy Queen is now, right there in that area actually, but didn't look like it does now. Didn't look like that. It looked totally different. Back in there where Dairy Queen is, that was the old city dump. That was city before they filled it in and put everything. That was the city dump back in there, and that's where my family lived, right across from that. Well, I'll never forget. I was about 6 or 7 years old, about his size, and they lived there. And my other grandparents and my parents, they lived in Boxtown. I was completely across town. It's a long way. And to my uncle, he had a little better job and he made money, and so he hired a guy to come and play Santa Claus. Boy, you're talking about something nice. He came with a shiny new bicycle for my 3-year-old cousin and all kinds of toys and things like that. And I'll never forget, on that cold Christmas Eve night, I slipped and ran out the front door and ran all the way to Boxtown because I wanted to be sure to be there when Santa came our way. Because I just knew we were going to get a bicycle too. But guess what? He never came. He never came. I ended up getting a plastic cap gun and a plastic holster. But I was thrilled to death with that. It wasn't as much as the others got, but I was thrilled with that because that was the best they could do and the best that I could get. Life doesn't always bring a lot of good things. Life brings some very difficult, very hard times. But you know what? In all that we do, in all that we say, in all that we have, nothing is as important to you ever as to have Jesus Christ living in your heart and living in your spirit. He's the greatest gift of all. No gift as important as him. And if he's with you and he's in you, he is the most important gift that you'll ever have that can ever come to your life, is to know Jesus Christ into your spirit. Because you know what he does? He brings equality. The Bible said, in him the rich and the poor meet together, for the Lord is the maker of them all. Everybody's equal when we come into Jesus. God is a good God. God's a God that is so loving and so kind. And this is a wonderful time of the year. I love Christmas because I love to see people coming and giving special attention to God and people. I went yesterday over to the nursing home when all of these young kids were here, and they were carrying gifts through the nursing home and giving it to the residents that were there. And you know what? That was exciting to me to see them carrying those bundles and little gifts and taking them in there. It wasn't a lot, but you know, some of those residents, some of them will get plenty. Some of them have family that'll be there, but some of them will have nobody. Some of them will not have one visitor, not one guest during the Christmas season. And you know what? That's where we become important, because we make up the gap to them. Are you looking forward to a great night tonight and a great day tomorrow? I am. I am. You know what? This is a special night. This is a special night. And our time is quickly moving right along. And you know what? All day, and even in our bulletin, I put here in our bulletin that we should have a special guest at the close of our service, and he didn't come. Isn't that terrible? We've waited and waited for a special dignitary to be with us that is world known, but he didn't show up. So, are we going to be disappointed by that? No, we won't be disappointed. We won't be disappointed, but we'll be. Hey, wait, he is coming. Hey guys, look. Who is that? Wow. This kind of completes it, doesn't it? What a guest. Wow. And we have another special guest, Tim Barton. Timmy is our guest. Isn't this wonderful? What about these little guys back here? Come up here. Come up here. Don't you want to see this guy? No. Yeah. Wow. Wow. This is just kind of the icing on the cake. We've got a guest that's known all over the world. Aren't we blessed tonight? Give God thanks for those blessings, will you?